Salem is about to explode. In the next 2 weeks of Days of Our Lives, love turns to betrayal, secrets spark chaos, and one shocking paternity twist threatens to destroy families forever. From Sarah's relentless hunt for the truth, to Holly's heartbreaking escape plan, and Chad's painful breakup with Kat, nothing in Salem will ever be the same. But who's lying? Who's running? And who's about to lose everything they love? Let's dive deep into every twist, betrayal, and heartbreak coming between October 6th and October 17th, and uncover what's really driving the madness in Days of Our Lives. It begins, as it often does in Salem, with a dinner that turns into a disaster. The DeMera mansion is quiet at first, silverware clinks, polite conversation fills the air, but the calm doesn't last. Thomas DeMera, still raw from losing his mother, studies the woman sitting across from him. Kat Green, his father's new girlfriend, the woman he trusted once, before learning the cruel truth about her deception. When it all clicks, the storm inside him erupts. In front of Jack, Jennifer, and Julie, Thomas slams his hand on the table. "You lied to us. You lied to her memory." His voice shakes, but his anger is pure, piercing. Chad freezes. For a father who's tried so hard to protect his children, there are no words that can heal what Thomas just said. Kat's face drains of color. Shame burns behind her eyes. The air feels heavy, every heartbeat echoing the same question: can a family survive when trust dies? Later, Chad meets Kat in the dim light of the study. His words are soft, final. "Maybe we both need to stop pretending." Kat blinks back tears, realizing the truth: this isn't just the end of a romance. It's the end of her place in Salem. And as she walks out, the door closing behind her feels like the sound of an empire cracking. Across town, Brady Black's instincts are on fire. He's been through this dance before. Lies hidden in lab reports, results tampered with, lives destroyed by false paternity claims. But this one feels different. The test results for baby Tessero don't make sense. The DNA markers are too clean, too perfect, as if someone rewrote reality itself. Brady paces his living room, the report trembling in his hands. This can't be right. He turns to Sarah Horton, the one person who understands both science and human deceit. Sarah listens carefully, brows furrowed. Her doctor's mind dissects every detail, while her heart begins to pound with dread. What if, she whispers, Sophia planned this from the beginning? If Tessero isn't Tate's son, then whose is he? Aaron Green? Someone else entirely? The implications are staggering. Later that night, Sarah corners Sophia in the hospital corridor. The fluorescent lights hum, the tension is unbearable. Sarah's voice is cold, surgical. "I know what you did. You faked the test." Sophia's mask cracks. Her lips tremble, eyes glistening with guilt. "You don't know anything," she stammers. But Sarah's silence says she already does. If this secret explodes, it won't just end relationships, it could ignite a war between families. And in Salem, when truth meets pride, the fallout always leaves blood on the floor. While Salem's adults tear each other apart, one heartbroken girl makes her silent decision. Holly Jonas packs her life into a single suitcase, her hands trembling as she folds the last of her clothes. A single tear lands on her passport. Her whisper is barely audible: "I can't do this anymore." Ariana Horton watches from the doorway, confused and scared. Holly's eyes are red, her voice hollow. "Promise me you won't tell Tate," she pleads. "If he knows, he'll try to stop me." Ari hesitates. She knows the weight of that promise. Keeping it means betraying a friend. Breaking it means losing one. Rumors later swirl through Salem that Holly's ticket says Paris. To some, it's romantic. To others, tragic. For Holly, it's escape, an attempt to outrun pain, grief, and the feeling of never belonging. As the night falls, she stares out the window of her cab, watching the lights of Salem disappear behind her. But her reflection looks haunted. Because even if she runs across oceans, her heart will still carry the ghost of Tate Black and everything she's leaving unfinished. When Tate discovers the truth, he'll chase her with everything he has. But will love catch up before despair takes her too far? Holly's escape isn't just about distance, it's about the unbearable weight of being unseen in a town built on secrets. For Johnny DiMera, being falsely accused isn't just an injustice, it's a nightmare that strikes at his very soul. Salem whispers his name in the shadows. Everywhere he goes, the stairs follow. Sophia's lies have painted him as a manipulator, a man who twisted truth for his own gain. But Johnny knows the truth, and he refuses to live branded as Salem's latest villain. At his side stands Chanel, unwavering despite the judgment surrounding them. Her loyalty is his last lifeline in a world that has turned cruel and skeptical. Together, they decide to fight back, not just for his reputation, but for their love. Their first stop, Rafe Hernandez. The detective listens in silence as Johnny lays out the evidence. When he's done, Rafe sighs heavily. "You're asking me to fight the tide, kid. And in Salem, the tide always wins." But Johnny isn't giving up. "Then I'll drown fighting," he replies. As they work together to uncover Sophia's manipulations, cracks begin to show. Chanel's faith wavers under pressure, and Johnny's desperation grows. Their scenes drip with tension, whispered arguments, unspoken fears, and the haunting question neither wants to say aloud. If the truth doesn't save them, will love still be enough? Because in Salem, redemption never comes without sacrifice. In the dim glow of the Kuriakis' mansion, Gabby Hernandez and Philip Kuriakis blur the lines between love and danger. Every time they promise to stay away, they end up in the same room, same embrace, same temptation. But beneath the passion lies a chilling truth neither wants to face: trust is the most fragile thing between them. Philip's suspicion grows stronger with every whisper he hears. Someone planted a bug in Xander's office, and the clues point straight to Gabby. Her calm smile doesn't convince him. "If you're lying to me," he warns, his voice low and deliberate, "this ends tonight." Gabby meets his stare, her tone equally sharp. "You think I'd risk everything for a stupid recording? You don't know me at all." But fans know she's half right, and half lying. Because Gabby has never been afraid to play dirty for survival. If Philip finds proof she betrayed him, their affair will detonate like a bomb. But if someone else framed her, maybe Xander himself, or even one of the DiMeras, then they're both walking straight into a trap. Their chemistry keeps them tied together, even as suspicion eats them alive. And when passion turns to paranoia, Salem's most dangerous game begins. Love versus betrayal, with no way to win both. For Xander Kuriakis, sitting in that therapist's chair is harder than facing a gun. He wants to change, he truly does, but every word he speaks feels like standing on a cliff, one confession away from losing everything. Sarah sits across from him, poised and patient, her pen resting quietly on the notebook. But her eyes, those sharp, knowing eyes, miss nothing. She asks softly, "Why do you look terrified every time I mention honesty?" Xander forces a smile, hiding the panic behind it. "Guess I'm not great with feelings." What he doesn't say is that every heartbeat reminds him of Philip's face, the moment of violence he can't erase. Therapy is supposed to be healing, but for Xander, it's torture wrapped in kindness. As sessions go on, Sarah begins to sense it. The cracks widen. His hands shake. His voice catches at random words. She doesn't need to be a detective to know he's hiding something. In one chilling moment, the truth nearly slips. He blurts out, "If you knew what I did, you'd never forgive me." Silence hangs heavy between them. Sarah leans forward, whispering, "Then maybe it's time I knew." The screen fades to black, leaving viewers breathless. Because in Salem, therapy isn't about healing, it's about the truth clawing its way to the surface. And when it does, love may not survive the wreckage. When we step back from the chaos, a haunting pattern begins to emerge. Every corner of Salem tells the same story, a cycle of lies, love, and loss repeating through generations. Chad and Kat's shattered romance. Sarah's pursuit of the truth. Johnny's fight for redemption. Holly's desperate escape. Different faces. Same curse. Salem never changes, it only resets its tragedies with new names and new tears. This time, though, the secrets cut deeper. They're not about business empires or family fortunes. They're about blood, about who belongs to whom, and what that truth will cost when it's finally spoken. A child's paternity, a father's hidden guilt, a woman's desperate lie, all threads in a tapestry woven from pain and pride. Now, baby Tessero reappears, innocent, silent, and yet the center of every storm. Sophia's trembling hands and Sarah's determined eyes tell us everything. The truth is coming, whether they're ready or not. And when it hits, the aftershock will tear through Salem's families like a fault line. Some will lose love, some will lose freedom, others, maybe everything. Because this isn't just another week of secrets being revealed. This is the moment when Salem resets its order, when love, lies, and legacy collide to decide who survives the next chapter. And as history has shown, in Salem, no secret ever stays buried forever. So, fans, we're left with the question that haunts every corner of Salem. Which truth will destroy the most lives? Will Sarah expose Sophia before the deception devours them both? Can Chad repair the fracture with his son, or has Thomas's trust been lost forever? Will Johnny and Chanel's love survive the shadows Sophia cast over them? And as for Holly, will she find peace out there in the world, or is tragedy waiting at the end of her road? Every heartbeat, every confession, every goodbye, Salem is changing before our eyes. And what's coming next will shake even its strongest families to the core. So stay with us, Salem fans. Like, comment, and share your theories below, because in Days of Our Lives, every ending is just another secret waiting to explode.